Hey everyone, welcome back to the I Believe podcast. I'm Megan and I have an amazing guest today. We have Rachel Sindaco. And what's really special about Rachel is she has just written a book and she's going to tell us her story and then tell us all about her book. Welcome, Rachel.
Hi, thank you. So I started writing a book this past January, and it's called From a Kick in the Head to a Kick in the Ass, My Involuntary Journey with Multiple Sclerosis and Ocular Melanoma. I decided to write the book for my boys. I was only going to write it for them just so that they had an idea the weird things that went on with their mom as they grew up because I had multiple sclerosis the entire time of their lives. And then I got ocular melanoma 14 years ago. So after people read my book, they said, you really should publish it. And so it was like, oh, but not many people know all of my circumstances, and I don't know that I want to get out of this bubble that I've made for myself. I decided to do it, and I let the world know that I am not drunk with MS and that just because my balance is off, that's both multiple sclerosis and ocular melanoma. So when I wrote my book, I I had the drawing the cover with the eye patch, obviously that's for ocular melanoma, and also the cane, that's for both of them, ocular melanoma and multiple sclerosis. And then the orange tie is for multiple sclerosis. I am so glad I did this. And I have found out that there are several other people that have both ocular melanoma and multiple sclerosis. They have reached out to me and said, I also have it. I think one person had multiple sclerosis first and then found out they had ocular melanoma, and the other two actually were vice versa. They had ocular melanoma first and then multiple sclerosis. I found out about my ocular melanoma. This is a fun story. I was trying to change medications from my multiple sclerosis medication, and they sent me to an ophthalmologist. So as I'm there, I have had optic neuritis with my multiple sclerosis, and they kept looking and sending in other doctors, and I'm like, guys, it's just optic neuritis, no big deal. They're like, well, we want to send you to a retina specialist. Fine. Just another visit, fine. I go there. 8 hours later, I heard tumor, mass, all that kind of stuff being thrown around. I was by myself, passed out there. And yeah, it was hard to go by yourself to these things, especially when you're like, it's optic neuritis, it's not a big deal. Well, they sent me off to Will's Eye Hospital, and lo and behold, I had ocular melanoma. And they sent me back home. They said, deal with your kids, make sure they have somebody to watch them because they were young. And went home. 4 days later, had to go back out to have my plaque therapy done. So I spent 3 days in a nursing home, or not a nursing home, they call it a retirement center. But my husband was with me, and it was actually a nice place too. It was 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, because they didn't want my husband to sleep in the same room because you're radioactive. But he was like, no, I'll stay in there with you. And my eye was sewn shut. So he had to read to me, and you never think about your eye being sewn shut. When you open your eyes in the morning, they both open and they try to open, and then the pain that would jolt through me, I was like, oh, this is not good. So I just, for 4 days, slept with or just stayed there with my eyes shut. I refused to open them because it was painful.
Oh, I bet. So you thought that it was optic neuritis. What is
Neuritis.
optic neuritis?
It is, I believe it's an inflammation of your optic nerve, and I always had it in my left eye. So it would do the same thing as ocular melanoma does. It starts to gray out stuff because my ocular melanoma is on my optic nerve. So I have no vision, central vision. I only have peripheral vision. So I just thought it was the same thing. It was things got dark, gray, and I was like, oh, the optic neuritis is back. And thank goodness I was switching medications because I don't know that I'd be here talking to you if this hadn't been realized. If I would have just gone along and said, optic neuritis, I'm not worrying about it, I'm not going to the doctor. Well, we all know that ocular melanoma can be Well, it is
Spreads.
deadly. So,
Yeah, yeah, it can spread if you don't catch it. So that's
correct.
amazing. So you were having the symptoms, same ones you had before, and the only reason you went is because you needed to change your MS medication. And then
Correct.
they were like, "Oh, this is something different." And you said, "No, it's not. I know what this is." So what a shock. Like, I can't even imagine.
Oh, it was a shock. And now any changes in anything, I do not try to say, "Oh, well, it's this." No, I just go to the doctor.
That's
I am
smart.
not a doctor, and I don't know why I thought, "Oh, it's the same thing."
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. You had the same symptoms. You're like, I know what this is. I've been doing this, and I think when you have a chronic illness like multiple sclerosis, you probably have stuff all the time that's coming up that it's the multiple sclerosis. So, you're probably not looking for something else because especially those kind of things and autoimmunes and stuff, there's so many symptoms. Probably feels like it's always something new.
That's true. You just don't know. Because with multiple sclerosis, you get these, we used to call them UBOs, unidentified bright objects. And I would have them on my spine, I had them in my brain, so you never know what it was going to affect. I'm just lucky I have MS. Again, I wouldn't be here talking to you.
Yeah, and I think that's like such a great takeaway that you're lucky you have MS. Having MS could have very well saved your life. And I don't think you hear that very often.
No, you don't.
So you did the brachytherapy. And how many years ago was that?
14.
Since you've had that done, have you had to do any other medications or treatments, or has that been enough?
That has been enough. They wanted me to come in every 3 months and get an injection in my eye, which I feel for everybody that has to get that done. I could never get over that. I had to get that done 3 or 4 times, and they realized it wasn't working. And to be honest, I don't even know why we are doing it. I just felt I followed along. They said, come in. I was like, tell me the time. I will be there. I don't know many people that enjoy going in and having a needle stuck in their eye.
Oh, yeah,
I could not get over that. And I was so thrilled when they
absolutely.
said to me, you don't have to get it done anymore. I think I threw a party. I don't know.
That's a great reason to have a party. I love that.
Exactly. Yeah, because all of your life you're told, don't put anything in your eye. Be careful, shield your eyes. Don't
Yes.
ever do it. And then they come at you with a needle and somebody's holding your arms down. It's
Oof.
just not natural. But it
No.
helps. I mean, it does help people.
Aura Biosciences is a clinical stage biotechnology company focused on developing precision therapies for solid tumors that aim to preserve organ function. Our lead candidate, Belsar, is currently in late stage development for primary choroidal melanoma and in early stage development in other ocular oncology indications and bladder cancer. Our mission is to grow as an innovative global oncology company that positively transforms the lives of patients. For more information, please visit us at aurabiosciences.com.
You said you wrote the book in January. When did you publish?
At the end of July.
First of all, congratulations. That's very exciting.
Thank you.
And where all can people find the book?
Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. And it's also, again, not real familiar with publishing and stuff like that, but Amazon, you can get it on KDP too. I don't know what that means, but and where you just have to be a member unlimited and then you can read the book.
So I'm gonna assume KDP is Kindle because
Okay,
the
yes.
K, Kindle. I don't have a Kindle, so that's not in my world. I'll look it up real quick. KDP, Amazon. Yes, KDP is Kindle, Kindle Direct Publishing. So if you have a Kindle, you can find it on Kindle,
Yes.
Amazon, Barnes and Noble. We will post an Amazon link from a Cure Insight. We do an affiliate program. So if you buy from the Cure Insight link, you're supporting Rachel and you're also supporting a Cure Insight. So if you'd like to use our link, it does not take anything away from Rachel. It's Amazon gives us an extra little commission just as an affiliate. So you can help us both if you do that. Then what about where can people find you on socials? Do you have websites or socials?
It's just my name, Rachel Sindaco, on
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram.
That's perfect. So the book came out this summer. It's available Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Everyone go grab a copy. And then Rachel, what else would you like to tell the community?
I would like to tell the community to make sure you continue to go to your appointments, do all of your follow-ups, make sure you get your scans, It is so important to, my tagline is keep your eye on the ball. You don't ever want to miss anything because I have known people that have had this for 25 years and you think when you're that far out of it, you're fine and then it can come back with a vengeance. It can spread to your liver, your lungs. It can just wreak havoc when you least expect it. So stay on top of it.
Yeah, that is so important and definitely something that patients as well as their family members keep getting those dilated eye exams. What about your kids? What do they think of all of it?
Well, I didn't tell them in the very beginning. In fact, they were young. I think they were like 8 and 13. And then after a while, it just came out. And I believe it was when they were asking if we know anybody with cancer. I said, me, I have eye cancer. And I worried about my youngest because he has blue eyes. My older one has brown eyes like his dad, but I worry about my younger one because he's fair skinned like me. And so I keep telling everybody, wear your sunglasses while you're out. Even when you're driving in a car, to make sure you have sunglasses on or pull the visor over to the left because they say that you don't really get it from the sun, but you may as well protect your eyes anyway. Wear glasses. And it doesn't hurt to put on sunglasses because it can protect you from other things.
Yeah, that's very true. Good eye safety tips.
In fact, they also tell you when you're monocular, because I kind of am monocular, my left eye, with it being on my optic nerve, I can't see central vision. I can only see peripheral. And they want you to wear just glasses so that you protect your good eye. And today I was messing around with a can of soda, but I couldn't open it up, so I took a knife and I jammed it. And that little, I don't know what those things are called, that you open up the soda with, came flying off and zoomed past my good eye. And I was like, I could have just made myself totally blind. I need to make sure I have something on my eyes when I do this. As soon as that happened, I just thought back to Dr. Shields, them saying, you should always wear glasses. And I was like, man, you're right.
Those doctors are right sometimes.
I know. Well, those doctors are right all the time.
No, they are. I was kidding, but you're right. They are right. And they tell you things for a reason, and even if we're not sure what the reason is or it doesn't make sense to us, we have to trust that there's a reason they're telling you.
Yes. And 14 years later, I had a close call and I didn't have them on.
Yeah. Oh, and it's crazy too because you're home, so you probably let your guard down a little bit at home, thinking like, "Oh, it's a safe space," but it's actually probably not because so many accidents do happen in the home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Castle Biosciences is a proud sponsor of this I Believe podcast. Castle's innovative uveal melanoma tests provide valuable information about the risk of your eye cancer spreading to help you and your healthcare team individualize the management of your disease. To learn more, visit castlebiosciences.com.
So get your routine checks done, get your scans, wear your glasses, even if it's not for vision, which most of us I think it is, but wear them anyway. And what else?
Enjoy life. Live the best life you can. That's what I keep telling myself every day. I try not to be a negative Nelly. I just want to live and get out, even if I don't feel like it. We have this one life to live and protect yourself, but enjoy it.
That's perfect. I think that's such a great message and something that everybody can implement and benefit from. And it is so true. It's easy to get stuck in that like mundane everyday, and it's easy to, say why me and all of those things that, we all do for various reasons.
I have it so much better than other people with ocular melanoma do. I was lucky. It got caught early and my tumor has shrunk.
When you decided to start writing the book, what was the final thing that made you write it? You said you wanted to write it for the kids, but what was kind of like the incentive of like, all right, I'm going to sit down and do it now?
I found my journals that I kept from when I was 17 years old. When I was 17, that was when I first got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So they told me to keep a journal, and I kept that through when I was in college. The reason the title of my book is From a Kick in the Head to a Kick in the Ass is when I was in high school, I played goalie for soccer, and I got kicked in the head, which knocked me out. And they thought that was the gateway to my multiple sclerosis because I suffered a concussion. And back then, they didn't do anything for concussion. They said, just rest, relax, sleep. They don't tell you to sleep anymore. They're like, just relax. Don't fall asleep without somebody around. That was the gateway. So I started taking notes about all of my symptoms because after that, 2 weeks later, I couldn't walk up steps. I couldn't feel from my waist down. So they put me in the hospital for a week and they did lumbar punctures and they did all kinds of scans and MRIs and they put me on steroids, which for 5 days that took care of, I could walk again. And so again, I was journaling and I found my journal and I was like, okay, I'm going to start. This is it. And I'm going to start back from when I was a kid living in Germany because I did have also some odd things that, my body constantly did odd things. So I just documented everything and put it in the book. I was going to just print it out and give it to the boys, but people were like, put it on Amazon. I was like, okay.
That's some great encouragement, though. I mean, talk about good feedback. Like, the world needs to hear these stories. I think that's great.
The way I look at life is I don't want to feel bad for myself because you can look to either side of you and somebody has it way worse than you do. People always say, oh, I am so sorry that you had multiple sclerosis and oh, then you have eye cancer. And I'm like, they're not great, but there are things way worse out there than these two things. I'm going to manage them and I'm going to stay on top of them, but please don't pity me.
I love that. And all you can do is all you can do, right?
That is true.
So the book is out now. What kind of response have you gotten since it's been published? Because you said there were some people that you found with ocular melanoma that had MS that have found you. Was that through the book or was that just through like social media?
It was through social media and the book. Went on the other day and I was happy to see that I had a lot of reviews. To me, a lot of reviews is like 20. A lot
Me
of
too.
reviews, but especially on Amazon, and people were buying the book that I don't know, and they're leaving me reviews, and they're telling me how much it's helped them. And I try to be honest, but I add humor into it because to me, I like to laugh. Even when I fall down and I know people think that I'm drunk or something, I'm like, it's MS, and I never know if it's ocular melanoma or MS that's causing my balance issues because I have one eye that sees, one that doesn't, and my left side, and it's all on my left side too. It's my left eye and my left side. So I'm kind of, I want to fall left.
That's interesting that it's all on the same side.
I agree.
Yeah,
And
I
I
wonder
was
if there's
actually
correlation.
curious, other people that have ocular melanoma and any other kind of chronic illness, does it affect one side or is it both sides? And I know people are always asking with ocular melanoma, do more people have it on the right side or the left side? And I never found the answer because nobody actually then says, okay, well, the tally is this many people have it on the left side, this many on the right side.
Rachel, thank you so much for being on. We really have appreciated you coming and sharing your story, OM and MS together. That's such a amazing journey and to keep such a positive outlook. So we're very grateful for you and for your time and just sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. It was our pleasure. And to the viewers, thank you for watching. We could not do this podcast without the viewers. So please like, comment, push all the buttons. Please subscribe. You can find us on YouTube, Podbean, as well as Apple and Spotify. And then please check out our social medias. Anywhere you use social media, you will most likely find us. So we would love for you to follow us, but also interact with us. Leave us some comments and likes. And Rachel's book, we are going to link it below. We are using an affiliate link. What that means is we get a small commission from Amazon, not from Rachel. So Rachel still gets her full amount and then we get a small commission. So you can support both of us by using that affiliate link. If you're interested in our affiliate links, you can find a page on our website, acureinsight.org. I believe it's titled Affiliate Store, something similar to that. I can find out and link it below as well. And then if you click on that page, it takes you to a whole list of Amazon links that we have of things that we think are good products. Some of them are eye patches or eye vitamins. Some of them are sunglasses, things that we think will benefit the community. So check out our affiliate page. Even if you don't buy anything, clicking on it helps. Believe it or not, just click on it. That helps us. So if you don't have any money to spend, that's fine. Just go click on some links and check out what we're offering and just, see what's in the list. And, you might find something that you want to put in your cart for later, maybe. So definitely check out our affiliate page. Also, a few other things that are of note while you're on the website, please go to the top and subscribe to our newsletter. That comes out once a month and it has great information. We also will send out an occasional email throughout the month if it's something that's very important, that is timely, that you would want to see now. A lot of clinical trial information has been coming out lately, so we just sent out an email about that. So they are important things. We don't spam you. And then we have a Tuesday night Zoom group. You can join that. There's information on our socials as well as our website. And if you can't find the link, leave us a comment or email me, Megan@acureInsight.org, and I'll be happy to send you the link. Every Tuesday night they meet on Zoom. There's 2 rooms, one for regular and one for metastatic. So you can choose the room that is what you're in the mood for that night, what your comfort level is at that moment. And we've got 5Ks coming up. The new 5Ks for 2026 are out. Some of the dates have been released. So if you're looking for a Cure 5K near you, check out our website. You'll find them there. And I think that's all for me. What do you think, Rachel? We good?
Yes, we're good. Thank you.
All right.
I wish I could do the 5K.
They are fun. Yeah, I do encourage that.
Yeah, my legs would argue with me, but
Yeah, absolutely. But for anyone who is able, please find one. And when you do sign up for a 5K, you can do a team where you can invite all of your friends and family to come and be on your team. And if someone's not local, they can do it virtually. So there is a virtual component. And Rachel, you could do the virtual one too, because you don't actually have to run it. You could just sign up and you still get the medal and the t-shirt, all the swag bag stuff. And there's also the option to donate. So if you can't make any of these events, you can always go to our website and donate. And if you can't donate, just share. Find a post. We try to engineer most of our posts so that they're shareable, so that they might be asking for a donation, but please understand that we're not asking you to fund your own disease. We're not asking the OM community for those donations. If you have them, that's wonderful. But if you don't, share the post so that your whole community can see it. And maybe you can raise some donations through the community. So there's always an option to just share if you can't do anything else. But we do hope we see you at some events, because we would love to connect and meet more of our OMIs and just see you guys face to face. All right, so on that note, we're going to end here and we will see you guys next week.